guys, RPM here. Hope you're doing well, having a really great day. This video, I want to give you guys an update of the $30,000, I guess, KASPA miner investment since August 1st on a bunch of KS5Ls and KS5Ms, as well as the $10,000 KS5 Pro update as well, mining over the past 3 months and talking about how much KASPA we've mined since then. Have we gotten our money back yet? Definitely not. So I'm going to talk about that throughout this video. And we're also going to talk about the state of KASPA mining essentially as of right now, and looking at, how profitable are these KASPA miners as of now, and, what has transpired, I guess, over the past month or so. And of course, along with the crypto market has been exploding recently. So is that going to translate with KASPA maybe also having some price appreciation? Well, we're going to talk about that throughout this video and how it affects with all of our KASPA miners, which I know a lot of you guys here in the community do have. And I know a lot of you guys have been just waiting for our time for when KASPA goes up to new all-time highs. So before we talk about all this, thank you for today's video sponsor, CryptoMinerbros.com. If you guys are looking for the top ASIC miners, they have them all here. And I know a lot of people are actually looking into script mining recently. They got a bunch of L7s, L9s actually in stock as well. The AlphaPex DG1 Home, which is really nice as a home miner. But I highly recommend looking at the Antminer L9, as this one would be the most efficient and reliable. And simply by having the name brand, having the support to be able to fix it if it did break down the road. Crypto Miner Bros also has the DG1 Plus and a few other models as well as home miners as well. So check it out. Use coupon code RedPanda for $70 off. Link down below if you guys are interested in any miners. All right, so to give you guys an update of the $30,000 KASPA miner test that I've been doing since August 1st. So far, okay, with all these miners, which I'm missing one. You guys may notice I'm missing another KS5M, which is not on. So the other day, I looked at it and it went offline and it doesn't come back on. So I've been resetting it and it just doesn't come back on. So I feel that I may have a bricked KS5M. And so almost 4 months later, the KS5M that I had, it's not mining. So I do have another one here, which is still going. But then I do also have a KS5L that also maybe a month ago that it lost a hash board. One of the hash boards just decided to die. So this is, so far after 4 months, this is not looking out to be a very good test, because these Ice River miners, the KS5L, KS5Ms, so far, from what I've been hearing, other people have had issues with their models as well. So Ice River, if you're listening, terrible, just terrible. With my small case here with 5 miners, I'm at 3.5 out of 5 here after 4 months of my KASPA miners. So that really sucks for me here. But now looking at how much I've mined over the past 4 months, okay, since August 1st, it's been almost 4 months. It's November 21st as of recording this video. We have mined in total 64,883 KASPA. I do have an unpaid balance here, so maybe it'll be 65, almost 66,000 KASPA. Okay, so roughly that would be worth almost $10,000. So have I hit the break even yet? Okay, of $30,000? Definitely not. Of course, we're going to include electric, which is going to be in the couple thousands, I bet, by now. But yeah, I'm not going to equate that yet until we hit that yield of whenever we have that $30,000 break even in terms of how much we've mined and held. We're mining and holding all of this KASPA up until we have price appreciation. This is the test that we are doing and seeing if it is going to play out or not. Okay, guys, so this is a long-term test. Hopefully you guys enjoy. I've been documenting this the whole time. And yeah, it sucks that we already have a KS5M down and a half of a KS5L, or two-thirds of a KS5L. So I think there's 3 hash boards in this one. I'm probably going to do a live stream of opening up the KS5M and seeing what's wrong with it. I'll let you guys know. Okay, now the next miner here is the KS5 Pro, the Bitmain KS5 Pro, not an Ice River. So I do have one here that's mining by itself to cryptex.com. Thanks to them. They're one of the sponsors of the channel. So it's been almost 3 months, okay, since we've been mining with this KS5 Pro to a singular address here. So the payouts currently of this miner, we are almost $2,000 worth of Kaspa. Okay, so 13,141 Kaspa on this single KS5 Pro, which cost $10,000 at the time. Okay, this KS5 Pro, $10,000. Okay, almost 3 months ago at the end of August that these KS5 Pros were being sold for. And if we're just looking at how much a KS5 Pro is worth right now, the price is obviously much further down. Yeah, $3,279 for a KS5 Pro. Do I recommend buying a KS5 Pro or any Kaspa miners at this point in time? No, definitely not. And this is actually something I want to talk about right now. Okay, so that's the update of the KS5 Pro. That's how much we've mined. Have we gotten our $10,000 back on this miner? Definitely not. So if Kaspa went to $1, okay, just do some theoretical here, then this would be $13,000. Then I would hit that break even. Is that going to happen with Kaspa? I sure hope so. I mean, everyone's talking about it. Is that going to happen or not? We're going to see. We're going to see it. Same with my $30,000 batch here. If we have almost 66,000 Kaspa here, if Kaspa went to $1, this would be $66,000. Okay, so or even if Kaspa went to half that, 50 cents, then this would be worth like, you know, $32,000. So I would, yeah, I have to hope for at least 50 cents, you know, 3x price of where Kaspa is now in order to realistically, you know, hit that break even of the initial investment. Okay, so is that going to play out? Well, that's what we're all waiting for, guys. That's what we're all waiting for. Okay, so let's talk about the, I guess, elephant in the room. A lot of people ask, Red Panda, is it a good idea to buy Kaspa miners? And, you know, I've been saying this over the past couple months. No, it's not. Because if you just bought Kaspa, like if I bought $30,000 worth of Kaspa back in August 1st, and actually we can just do a quick thing here. So August 1st was, let's see, Kaspa was... yeah, pretty much 18 to 20 cents during that time. So let's do a theoretical here. So let me put 30,000 divided by 0.18, 18 cents per Kaspa. So let's see how many Kaspa we'd get with 30,000. So I could have bought 166,000 Kaspa, all right, back in August 1st. Okay, right now, have I mined that similar yield worth 166,000 Kaspa? Definitely not. Am I ever going to mine that much with all of these miners? Definitely not. I definitely don't foresee, like, unless I do this test for like the next like couple years, but I really don't think, because with the emission schedule and whatnot, you all know, it's going down extremely fast emission schedule. So decrease in the emissions. So I am not going to hit that same yield. So I still recommend now is not the time to buy Kaspa miner, or never actually. And also there's a rumor, okay, there's a rumor going around. There is a new big boy Kaspa miner from Ice River or potentially Bitmain that are in the 70 to 80, 90 terahash. Okay. So I 100% do not recommend, I definitely don't recommend at the point where we are right now in the market. I don't recommend buying Kaspa miners right now. If you believe in Kaspa, and this is the only coin that I've ever said regarding buying the coin, it would be Kaspa. Okay, if you believe in Kaspa, I believe buying the coin, you're going to yield, or you will obviously yield more if you bought Kaspa now versus buying a miner, because you will never mine the same amount of yield back versus buying the coin because of how aggressive this emission schedule is, as well as how fast the Kaspa network hash rate has risen, and like how many of these miners have come on the network. Okay, these manufacturers have produced a butt ton of these miners. Okay, Ice River, Bitmain, we got Gold Shell, you know, all these different manufacturers have produced hundreds of thousands of these units. And you can see like since July, you know, basically the network hash rate for Kaspa has climbed almost 4x, almost 4 times. And that is a metric F ton of Kaspa miners. So I don't recommend buying Kaspa miners right now, okay, as you know, the rumors of newer ones coming out, as well as just the yield. You will never mine the same yield of Kaspa if you were to just buy Kaspa where we are right now at 15 cents, which, you know, over the past year, Kaspa has been hovering between 10 and 20 cents. Okay, it hasn't broken out yet. So I think if you believe in Kaspa, I think now would be the time to buy Kaspa if you believe it's going to go to higher highs, but that's not financial advice. Okay, so where Kaspa is now, okay, 1.28 exahash. It's quite high. Looks like it's dipped down a little bit. Maybe Kaspa miners have been flocking over to other K heavy hash algorithms. There's Bugna, Cedra, those other coins that could be a little bit more profitable. That could be happening. Or, some of these could be shipping out. Some manufacturers could have turned them off and then ship them out. Who knows? But right now, as of right now, so a KS5 Pro, if we're looking at the profitability of one of these things, currently the income revenue, if you had free power, you'd make about $17.30 with one of these things as of now, November 21st, 2024. If you had 8 cents kilowatt hour, you'd make about $11.25 profit. Okay. So right over here, we can see on miningnow.com, right? The profitability of these things, this KS5 Pros, they've been okay, right? The revenue generation from these when they were first starting out, it was earning about, I think, $25 a day, right? But it's been, the revenue and it has been, going up and down, up and down. You guys can see here as time went on, right? Or sorry, $30 a day back end of August. And then September, we were like 24 to 30, fluctuated, of course. And then, of course, October came about and then, these KRC20 started to come about. Okay, KRC20 tokens started to raise up the congestion on the network, and thus the transaction fees were all going to the miners, right? So looking down here, right, it was really good on those days, and then it was short-lived, and the profitability started going down on these Kaspa miners here. So another thing I wanted to correlate now, not only talking about the profitability of these miners, but Marathon Digital. Everyone knows this big, huge company got into Kaspa mining. And apparently they already had 30 petahash worth of Kaspa miners, which is, pretty huge. Like at one point, I think when they announced it, it was like 3% of the network. And then they announced that they had purchased another 60 petahash of KS5 Pros and whatnot, ASIC miners. But I believe they also came out with chips. Now, this is a Twitter post that I was reading from Mr. Christian Ludwig. Okay, so he says here, we ordered some cracker cards from NiceHash Mining 2 months ago to overclock our Bitmain Kaspa miners by 15 to 20%. Right, so there was an overclock with these chips, right? We received them. Lo and behold, they're labeled with Marathon Digital, and apparently the overclock is only to auto-convert to Bitcoin. You literally can't overclock just to mine Kaspa. Marathon probably deployed these on portion of their fleet that auto-converts 2 months ago. This was the reason, from my speculation, for the last dip to 10 cents, not meme coins. In any case, Marathon is still stacking Kaspa per their latest quarterly earnings report, and emissions are dropping rapidly. Okay, so he was correlating that with the price downward here, that Marathon Digital, that they had those chips that were already, selling into Bitcoin during this time when Kaspa went to 10 cents, and that was pretty down time, right? So, but looks like, Kaspa's recovered since then. Not sure if Marathon Digital is, they even said in videos, I believe their CEO said that they were pretty much selling everything into Kaspa. I don't have their addresses, but you all know the whole mentality of, mining and holding Kaspa. That's why I'm doing it, on this test, because I've done that many times in other mining videos, other ASIC mining videos, not just with Kaspa miners like the ones previously. A lot of those have gotten their money back, but now that we're so so into Kaspa mining now, like a year and a half later, miners now, if you're buying Kaspa miners now, your ROI or your break-even time is incredibly further out. Like it's way far out now because of where the price of Kaspa is, and also the emission schedule, how many miners are coming on the network. It's very difficult right now. And, looking at KS5 Pros, actually, I want to look at my KS5 Ms. Okay, these have fallen from grace right now. Income, $12.76, profit, $6.23 at 8 cents kilowatt. That's at my electrical rate. Anyone that has anything higher, I mean, these things only make a couple bucks a day now. Okay, so it's come down quite far. And I truly hope that Kaspa has some price appreciation coming up in this bull run where we are right now. And I'm hopeful for it. And that is what I'm documenting for this whole thing on the channel. So, all right, I'm going to go fix my KS5M and see where it goes. And hopefully it works, because otherwise I'm going to, this test that I'm doing is going to be even worse. And hopefully though, Kaspa 3X's from here, can at least get the break even, in theory on that. Not on electric, but maybe Kaspa can go more than 3X, right? Who knows, right? That's the whole thought process regarding this mining and holding test that I'm doing. All right, my friends, let me know your guys' thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on if buying Kaspa miners is a good idea now or not, okay? Or just buying the coin, which in my opinion is the better idea with Kaspa. This is the only coin I believe in buying just because of how aggressive the emissions schedule is. That's it. All right, I'll see you on the next video. Bitcoin to 100K. Let's go. Peace out.